I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, it's time the two of us had a talk. And by two, I mean me and you. Because as much as these videos are aimed at many people, this is going to be a bit more of a personal conversation. One that asks a few questions of you. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, but hopefully I'm gonna make you think a little bit about what you truly want to achieve in Monster Hunter. This all started a couple of weeks back when Josh was talking to me about a new talisman farm method that he was working out based around launching monsters into each other and then abandoning the quests after you collect all the materials. And it left me a little bit speechless just for a moment when it clicked for me. And the realization that I had then is how I'm going to begin this discussion with you. Why are you farming talismans? In theory, a better talisman means that you'll have a better build. A better build means that you will kill monsters faster, assuming that offense is your goal, as is the majority of players. But why do you want to kill monsters faster? If you want to speedrun, then that's its own beast entirely. That's fair enough. But for the average player, what exactly do you gain by killing monsters faster? The easy answer is you get to hunt more monsters within the same period of time. But think about how you are getting there. There's a very reasonable desire here to increase your power in the game, and the best way to do that is talismans. They've created a system in Rise where you can essentially hunt more or less whatever you want to and still be working towards that goal, and instead we are working out the most efficient ways to get these talismans. We are working out ways to do it that don't even quite involve hunting all the time, and to what end is what I want to know. If the idea of having a perfect talisman is the ability to hunt more monsters in the same amount of time, then how much do you think you lose getting to that perfect talisman? How much fun do you put aside penning yourself into this corner, playing one specific way, hunting one specific monster on loop, or even methods that don't even actually involve hunting the monsters in the first place? How much of your enjoyment and time do you lose playing that way in order to gain the power of this talisman? What is the goal of the perfect talisman? The ability to hunt faster, freeing you up to hunt whatever you want, whenever you want. But this is where we need to have a real talk. Sit back and ask yourself some questions about what you want. Rise's endgame in its current iteration is built upon allowing you to hunt whatever you want, whenever you want. As long as the creature is relatively high level, you can hunt whatever of them that you want and fairly consistently get enough parts per hunt to run one meld, creating an infinite melding loop. This way you passively generate talismans, albeit quite a bit slower, but you actually get to, play the game. Hunt the monsters that you want to hunt. I know, it's weird coming from us, from this channel. We have showed you our grinds, and even the ones that don't involve hunting, but those exist because people want them, because people have this desire, because hunters want to be stronger, and that desire itself is what I'm talking about today. This is where I'm going to bring a bit of math into this discussion, because while what I just said covers a good portion of my points of why I think we need to be a little bit more open to the idea of not farming so hard, the final point that I have to make is best served with numbers. Using hammer as a base because it doesn't require any particularly unique skills to function, the best build that I can make with absolutely no talisman at all is Tigrex Hammer, 7 critical eye, 4 attack boost, 3 weakness exploit, 2 critical boost, for a total end effective raw of 391.1 with also Silkbind boost. You can also make a build with the Nargacuga Hammer that is 400.6 EFR but no Silkbind boost. Either way, this is the general range of a purely offensive build with no talisman at all. The specific numbers will change based on your weapon type, but the percentages that I'm going to go through here will all align. No matter what the weapon, the percentages will match, and that's what matters. What changes with a perfect talisman? What even is a perfect talisman? Well, in the case of this scenario, this sort of build, a 100% offensive set built to simply hit the monster as much as possible, as strong as possible, a perfect talisman would be 3 attack boost, 2 weakness exploit, a 3 slot, and 2 1 slots. A set built built around that, with the Tigrex hammer, would have 7 critical eye, 7 attack boost, 3 critical boost, 3 weakness exploit, and 1 spare 2 slot to do with as you wish. For the sake of this calculation, I used maximum might, which will not be active 100% of the time on hammer by any means, but just to be generous, I'll say that it is active 100% of the time for the calculation. That would put that build at 439 effective raw. That is 12% higher than the Tigrex hammer build and only 9.5% higher than the Nargacuga hammer build. Both of those having no talisman, 0 talisman equipped at all. For reference, let's take a 10-minute quest, a quest that literally the timer of the quest is 10 minutes. Let's call it 2 minutes of travel time within that quest, both getting to the monster, maybe changing zones in the middle, 8 minutes of fighting. If the talisman-free Tigrex set finishes this hunt in 10 minutes, the perfect talisman Tigrex set finishes this hunt in 9.04 minutes. 1 minute, slightly less than 1 minute, for the difference of having no talisman at all. Want to see a middling talisman? This is one that I see used a fair amount, very achievable and very strong. Just a straight up 3 attack talisman. No slots at all, just 3 attack, nothing else. I would call this a strong mid-level, offensively focused talisman. Put onto this Tigrex hammer, it gets 7 critical eye, 7 attack boost, 3 weakness exploit, and 2 critical boost. That would put this build at 414.1 effective raw. That's only a 6% difference from the perfectly rolled talisman build. If this build finishes a hunt in 10 minutes, the perfect talisman build finishes it in slightly longer than 9.5 minutes. Less than 30 seconds of difference per 10 minutes of quest. And so now with that math in your head, I will ask you once again, what is the goal of farming talismans? If you want the god roll because you need to feel that power, you feel this undiscernible need to just be as strong as you physically can, then yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going for it. It may take you ages to get there, but you can probably eventually get it if that's what you really, really want. I have nothing against that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think that there are plenty of people out there who are putting a little too much emphasis on the power of their talisman compared to how they play the game. Think about this the next time that you stop to farm talismans in some sort of specific way. Is this worth a literal 1 in millions chance of getting the absolute perfectly rolled talisman, or would you gain more enjoyment from just hunting whatever monster you feel like with your already probably decent talisman, still rolling for new talismans in the background, but actually being able to enjoy each and every hunt as it comes, choosing your target based on who you want to fight, not based on the talisman reward potential of the quest. The game doesn't outright tell you what you should do in the end game. It is much more open than previous games have been with that type of system. But the reason for that is because you can do anything. You can hunt anything and have it get you some level of progress towards talismans. So that is in essence what this whole video is about. What I am here to say today, talismans are cool, they're important, they're great, and they definitely do matter in the grand scheme of things. However, do they matter enough to take yourself away from playing the game normally just for the sake of enjoyment? I've given you the numbers, cold hard, factual time differences between some incredible talisman examples. What I have provided is the information, and hopefully a bit of clarity on the idea of Rise's endgame. The rest of this decision is up to you. If you hear this and it doesn't dissuade you at all, then more power to you. I don't have a problem with that. However, I know some of you are out there getting burnt out a lot faster than you need to be, chasing down some pot of gold talisman at the end of a rainbow 1000 melds long. So I'm here to say it's okay to not farm talismans. It's okay to just take them as they come and just hunt normally. Enjoy Monster Hunter Rise for the monster hunting game that it is. Alright everyone, I've been Cotton Dinosaur, and this has been a bit of a discussion on the talisman farming situation within Monster Hunter Rise. What are your thoughts on how to approach the system yourself? And if you feel at all differently than me, don't be afraid to say so in the comments. Like if you liked the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet. Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.